Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. I say everyone, this is just for Premium and Pro members. Hopefully we can turn the corner relatively soon, or maybe we have today with our selections. They've not being completely honest, they've been a little bit disappointing recently. That's despite having a 25-1 winner back on Friday, Tides of War, and we had a 10-1 winner today, Red to Return, I think they pronounced it during the race, winning the Ladies National. We were unlucky in the Irish National. We had the second with Any Second Now at 20s, went off 17-2. Yeah, we've had a few that have actually disappointed, but we've been knocking on the door enough to suggest that we're not completely out of form. And yeah, a couple of nice winners in the last 2 or 3 days does make that not quite as bad, some of the recent efforts. So what have we got on Saturday? I've uploaded the ratings for Pro members. You can now look at the ratings for Saturday. Premium members and Pro members, you can listen to this video, obviously. This will not be released to free members at all. So, I've found 3 horses that I'm very interested in, that I want to be aware. 2 of them I want to be ready for when they price up, and 1 of them I think is too big at this stage. We'll start off with that one, who is Fingal Bridge in the Novices Championship Final Handicap Hurdle. And you can currently get 6s about that horse. Now, I think that is too big for a number of different reasons. So let's go through those. First of all, unbeaten over hurdles. 3 from 3. Won a maiden at Uttoxeter by 8 lengths. Then won at Market Raisin, and then won at Exeter. Now, it's those recent races that we want to have a look at. When winning at Market Raisin, beat Wellington Arch. Wellington Arch has since gone to Aintree and won a feature handicap there. Let's just load up this. A feature handicap, winning as top rated, 14-1, winning the Premier Handicap. That's a nice bit of form straight off then. When he went to Exeter, he beat Regent Stroll and Julius de Picton. Well, Julius de Picton went to Aintree and won the Sefton, the Grade 1, whilst Regent Stroll went to Aintree and finished second in the Turner's Mersey Novices Grade 1. So there's Grade 1 form, there's feature handicap form. He's been beating them anyway. He was due to run, as you can see, in the 2.5 at Aintree, the Novice, the Grade 1. Because he was actually taken out of that, it might work out lovely for him, because he gets to run in the handicap. He's proven himself, in my opinion, to be a Grade 1 horse running in a handicap. You don't get that often. Even Grade 1 horses that end up in handicaps giving away a load of weight. He's not giving away a huge amount, really. He's rated 139. Give It To Me OJ is rated 137. St Pancras 130. He's got to give about a stone away, but he's kind of proven that he is a Grade 1 horse. Okay, there might be a little bit of there's something in here that hasn't really been trying. I do wonder whether the biggest danger is actually the one I've just mentioned, Give It To Me OJ. Fingalbridge has been there, done that, beaten all the right horses, beaten horses that have, as I said, won a feature handicap at Aintree, finished second in a Grade 1, and won a Grade 1 at Aintree. That form is there to see. 6s could look very big come race day. I'd be surprised if Ollie doesn't run him. Ground shouldn't be an issue. He doesn't have an entry at Punchestown in the Grade 1s, and they might as well try and win this 50 grand handicap with him. Win a feature handicap and then go back into Grade 1 company next year. So yeah, he's one that I'm definitely interested in. I am going to have a bet on him. If he doesn't run, then he doesn't run. But if he does run, I think he goes off 3-1 and shorter, and I think he takes all of the beating. The next 2 that I want to keep an eye out for when the bookies eventually price them up, and they both might be quite late. They might even be after our Saturday video, which we'll release on Friday, because they're in lower class races. The first race is the 6:25 at Doncaster, and it looks like we are going to get the horse is going to run because he's already got a provisional jockey, and that horse is this one here, Silver Samurai. I'm a big fan of Silver Samurai, have been for a couple of seasons now. He generally pops up once or twice a season. He's dropped back down to a mark of 87. When he was winning here at Doncaster in June 2024, he was running off a mark of 91. He went up to 93. He's dropped back down to 88 at the beginning of the season. He's had a fitness run at Southall in March. And now he comes to this race off 87. Well, he's actually won. He won the Grey Horse handicap off 81. He's won here off 91. Off 87, sorry. He's won the Grey Horse handicap off 87. He's won here off 91. He's back at Doncaster, where that was the scene of his last win, off 91, in a better race. If we actually look, we can see that he has won a Class 4. He's won a Class 3, but it wasn't a restricted Class 3. I'm just going to have a look at my other screen. He was rated 91. Was he top weight? There was a 92, a 93 in it as well. This is only open. The horse is rated 88, up to 88. So it's probably an easier race than what he won here when he beat Yorkshire and Hectic. The only time he did get beat here at Doncaster was this race here. He finished 9th of 9, disappointing. But as you can see, that was a Class 2, which was probably beyond him. I'm just going to have a look what he was running off that day. It was most recent. He was running off 91 that day, and it was on soft ground, which he doesn't want. Back on better going at Doncaster, off this low mark, or a mark that he can definitely win off. I think he will take all of the beating. Silver Samurai. Marco Gianni is provisionally booked as well, which means he probably is going to run. If there was some early anti-post prices for this, it would be interesting. I don't think there's going to be because it's not the biggest of races. But he's definitely one that I'm interested in for Saturday at this stage already. And finally, the last one I want to mention in this video is likely to run at Ripon in the 5:35. And that horse is one of ours that we backed a few times last season. It is Knightswood. Now, Knightswood actually ran in this race last year. If we have a look. Here he is. Finishing second behind Sea King. Beating Chillingham. Now, I think Sea King... Did Sea King go on to rack up a little sequence after that? Let's just have a look. It was the Mark Prescott horse winning off 93. Sea King is still rated 99. He did go and win a couple of runs later at Ayr, and he's also recently actually won the Group 3 handicap, the Bendigo Cup, over in... Where is that? Bahrain? Australia. So Sea King's done all right. You know, since then, after beating Knightswood. Knightswood was running off 86 that day. On Saturday, if he gets to take his chance, which I think he will, he gets to run off 82. So he's actually £4 lower than when beaten by a horse who's since won a handicap at Ayr and a handicap over in Australia. And crucially, if we have a look, Knightswood hadn't run for 311 days that time. He's been to Thirsk recently. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. He's been to Thirsk. He's finished second behind Majestic Warrior, the unexposed Majestic Warrior. He's already been, had his fitness run. I think he'll take all of the beating on Saturday at Ripon. So they are 3 horses that have already caught my eye. 4 different races. The first one being Finkelbridge, who I think at 6s is a good price. He's got Grade 1 form. He's beaten Grade 1 winners. He's beaten Grade 1 runners-up. Grade 1 runners-up. And he's beaten a feature handicap winner. I also really like Silver Samurai back at this track at Doncaster. 6 furlong is fine. He's won a handicap off 87. He's won a handicap off 91, including at this track that was. And he gets to run off 87 again. He's also had a fitness run, hopefully, at Southall. And finally, Knightswood, who returns to the scene of his second last year when beaten by Sea King off a £4 lower mark. And he has also had a fitness run at Thirsk.